and gentlemen. Thank you so much.
Hi everyone, good morning. So there's this thing that how, regardless of how long you've been doing something, when you want to do it again, especially public speaking or facing the public, you still feel this palpitation. So permit me to just settle in for like a few seconds. Um, yeah, so it's nice to be here. My name is Oyindola Olushesi, as I've been introduced. I'm going to go ahead to bring to to the stage the panelists for today. I think MTN has conspired against me, so I'm trying to access my own virtual assistant. It's not opening. Just a few seconds. Sorry, just a few seconds. Sorry. I was just opening it while I was there. I don't know why MTN has decided to slime me. Okay. So the first panelist that I'm going to be introducing is Obianuju Ekugo. Obianuju, are you here? Thank you. Please, let's keep the hands. Let's keep the hands. Thank you. Thank you. I don't know how we should sit. I think, are you comfortable there? Okay, cool. Okay. All right, so I think that David Adetunji can now start coming up. Or should we just wait to... Okay, please let's continue that. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, this seems a little bit safe. Okay. All right. So Olubumi Arungbemi. Did I get it? I did not. I'm sorry. Sincere apologies. Sincere apologies. Okay. So we actually need 2 more chairs, I think. Okay. All right. Thank you. And the last panelist that I'm going to be introduced or bringing on stage is Chidera Judith. I didn't want to murder the last name, so all right, thank you. Thank you so much. So my name is Oyindola Olushesi again. I'm going to be moderating this session, and in this session we're going to be discussing a very interesting and trendy topic. And I'm sure that a lot of us, especially last year, a lot of us were... Should I sit? Do you permit me to sit? Okay, thank you. I'll just sit. Okay, thank you. All right, so I was saying that we're going to be discussing a very trendy and important topic in today's world, which is focused on artificial intelligence. And as a lot of us already know, there is this conversation that has been going on for a couple of years now as to whether or not artificial intelligence is going to take our job. I am a lawyer and a consultant, and every now and then you see here people when new wigs, these are people that are just finished from the law school or undergraduates, when they reach out to me, one of the first few questions is always that, is AI going to take our job, right? So it's not limited to just virtual assistants. I think it's something that cuts across different sectors and different professions. So today, our panelists will be helping us to delve a little bit deeper into this subject. And then at the end of the day, I think we can all form an opinion as to whether or not the collective opinion is that AI will take our jobs, so that all of us can start looking at something else that we need to do. Okay, so I'll be starting from you, Chidera. That's your first name?
Yes.
Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is I will have all our panelists just introduce themselves so that the people that are listening to us can have a better insight into who the people that we brought here are. So if you could just do me a quick introduction in just a minute. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. My name is Chidera Judith Dieli. I'm a social media manager and a graduate assistant at the University of Lagos. So I specialize in creating original, creative, and intellectual content for CEOs, for entrepreneurs, online entrepreneurs, in order to, get their target audience, attract the attention of their target audience. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Please let's give them a round of applause. Thank you.
All right. Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. So my name is Olubumi Arungbemi, and I am a branding and marketing consultant. I am also a content marketer. So I specialize in creatively churning content for C-suite executives, professionals, everything that has to do with branding, content marketing. So that's what I specialize in. And on top of that, I own an NGO for children, so I am an humanitarian. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
My name is David Adetunji. I am the founder of Virtual Learners Innovative, and I'm an executive assistant, an HR personnel, a recruiter, as well as executive virtual assistant, sorry. And that's me. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Nice to meet you.
Hi everyone, it's a pleasure to see these beautiful faces here today. My name is Obianu Kugo, so I am a Chief Executive Assistant and a Wellness Experience Liaison. So I work with a mental health organization, and I've worked with so many tech executives, like so many tech CEOs. And I must say, when Olayimika arrived, yeah, so a lot of things that she said actually need to be taken seriously. I'm talking from a place of experience here, being that I've worked with a couple of CEOs. So, and another thing I actually wanted to say when she was talking about interviews was, somebody asked, how do you handle pressure when you're going for interview? I think I usually advise people that you need to practice too. Like, go for several interviews, even the ones you don't need. At some point, you will notice that you get used to it, that you no longer feel pressured when you're going for interviews. So I just wanted to chip that in. So, but it's so good to see these beautiful faces this morning.
Thank you so much, Obianuju. Thank you. Okay, so I think I'm actually going to start from you. Yes, I'm going to start from you, Obianuju. So, and my first question is just something that I was thinking about when I was thinking about the topic for this panel, and that is, to what extent do you think that automation has disrupted the system right now, and to what extent do you think that that's going to continue?
Okay. I at some when I think it was last or early this year that so many people were complaining about AI, especially when Chat GPT became very popular. So people were scared because so many people thought it was going to take their jobs, and I'm like, no, because most of the executives I've worked with also are tech executives. So there is always that human touch need in everything you want to do. So AI is never going to take people's job. I used to use this example, like when calculator came out, mathematicians then were very scared. They would have been scared, like because of the use of this, we will not have jobs anymore. But you discover that we're still using calculators and we need mathematicians. So AI is never going to take people's job. There's always need for human touch.
Thank you so much. And just to add to that, it wasn't just mathematicians and calculator, it was virtually everywhere. When camera came as well, artists were scared that, this tool is going to take our jobs. When Ford, made the first, fully functional car, people that were riding carts and all of that were afraid that this thing is going to kill all of us. So now with ChatGPT, I think that trend is going to continue. And now that you have the microphone, I'm going to ask you, what's your own opinion? What did you say? No. So I would just like to get your own insight as well. What do you think? How deep do you think we are into the automation of the process at the moment?
Yeah, I love automations. Yeah, and for me, ChatGPT is just a natural virtual assistant if you know how to command it. If you know how to give it the right prompts, it gives you the exact thing that you're looking for. So it's a virtual assistant for you personally. Now, founders might not know this, yeah? But then if you know how to navigate your way around ChatGPT, AIs generally, the most important thing is mastering AI. Automations, for example, there's this one, Dopsado. I would love to talk about Dopsado because my recent client, she wanted to hire a company to help do automation. And the charge was in the tens of thousands. So I came in and I was like, I would help you do this. And for them, it was a deal breaker. It was an easy way out because they wouldn't have to pay more than expected. However, if I don't have an understanding of Dopsado, it just makes my clients lose money. So in a way, it helps you if you are a master of AI. That's my opinion.
Thank you. So as you were saying that, one thing crossed my mind. So as a founder myself, I used to have a virtual assistant. And we had to part ways, not because of anything that she did. But recently, I figured that even though ChatGPT is doing a lot of the things that I thought that she was doing, I figured that I still needed her. So I had to call her back and say, hey, you know what? You know what? I think I need you. Because what happens is that you get the first level input from ChatGPT, but you need somebody to make sense of it and then dumb it down for you. And I think that is one of the most critical skill sets that virtual assistants need to have. So, I think I've already started answering the question, but I want to ask you. So, as we move into a proliferation of AI systems, right, what do you think would be the most critical, most important skill sets that a virtual assistant should have?
Okay, I would say emotional intelligence. And not just that, right? So, just like you said, there are machine programmed virtual assistants and human virtual assistants. So the difference between a machine programmed virtual assistant is that it's not churning out, humans do not churn out the same thing for you. There's a place of critical thinking, there's a place of adaptability, because just like Madam Ruby said earlier, virtual assistance is not just administrative. There's the creative aspect of it, which I am, I'm involved in, because I know a number of times that I had to sit down on a particular task and take my time to creatively think of how I can bring a particular thing to life so that it can be just as my client wants it to be, right? So there's a creative aspect of it, and there's the, technical aspect. Virtual assistance is broad, but I feel as a virtual assistant that want to stand out, if you want to be a standout virtual assistant, you have to have emotional intelligence. It has to be top notch. It has to be top notch, because that is where the place of, thinking of ways to tackle a particular situation will come in, because there are certain tasks that your boss might want you to carry out, and then a machine cannot come in play in that particular, because a machine does not understand how you're feeling, what you're feeling, and how exactly you want something to do. Just like you said, we are humans, and we are the ones that even programmed the machines in the first place, right? So which means we are at a higher, disposition than the machine itself, right? So it's about being emotionally intelligent, and then knowing exactly how to prompt the machine to give you exactly what you want. Because even if the machine is wrongly prompted, it will still churn out nonsense for you. So there's a place of building the skill of emotional intelligence, and your creativity level, it has to be top notch. So I feel with those skills, you're good as a VA.
Thank you. No, please. Sorry, Chidera, let me stay with you a little bit. So I wanted to, just follow up on that question. So how then, so I understand that, these skills are very solid, emotional intelligence, creative thinking, and all of that. How then are you able to build or acquire those skills? What do you think is the most efficient way to acquire those skills?
Okay, so I think you cannot do anything that you've not practicalized, right? So there's a place of learning, going online to learn courses and then get better at it. But there's a difference between reading and implementing, right? You can learn, you can read as many books as possible, but if you don't implement it, it doesn't change anything. So how do you build these skills? After reading, you try your hands on different things to see how you can bring these skills into play, right? So your creativity has to be, it has to be something that you stretch daily. I don't know, but God is so great. God is a designer. I call God a designer because we all seated here right now, we have different mindsets and perspective of things in such a very creative way. I can call this lady right now to perform a particular task for me, and the way she's going to do it is going to be entirely different from the way the person seated behind her is going to do it. That's creativity at its highest. That's creativity. So I feel practicalizing these things, doing as much as you can every single day. It's a practical thing. It's a journey. I mean, learning is progressive. So is implementing progressive. So as you are learning, you're trying as much as possible to put into play those things that you learn every single day to see how what you've learned can work. So that's basically it.
Thank you so much. Thank you. So I want to take just a detour a little bit and ask that. So even as you try to, no, I'm now with you, Chidera. I'm now with you. So even as we, try to build the skills, be more creative, be more emotionally intelligent, I think that there has to be a level of collaboration between the human and the AI systems, right? Now, so I wanted to ask you, how can I possibly collaborate with something that doesn't have emotions to be able to efficiently do the job that my boss wants me to do? Okay. No, yes, for her. Then you can contribute.
Well, it's very simple. You learn how to collaborate with AI. Let me use ChatGPT as an example because I know it's a very popular AI across various niches. Okay, so ChatGPT, like Obianuju said earlier, when ChatGPT came up, I thought ChatGPT was too AI-ish, if there's a word like that. I felt it lacked that personal touch. It lacked that creativity. It lacked that human feeling. But with time, like constant use of it, learning, getting to hear others who have also made use of it, I got to understand that when you prompt ChatGPT well, it gives you what you want. So imagine I use this formula for ChatGPT, context prompt generate. So when you talk about the context, give ChatGPT enough context. For example, you're a VA, virtual assistant, and you want to onboard your client, say, your clients in the fashion industry. Imagine you just go to ChatGPT and you're like, give me 20 questions, 20 onboarding questions for my clients in the fashion industry. Of course, ChatGPT will give you something generic. If someone else comes in and then also gives that same prompt, it will be almost the same. But imagine when you give it enough context and you're like, I'm a virtual assistant who is specialized in the fashion industry, and then I am based in, say, footwear niche. I want to serve my clients. What questions or what onboarding questions can I give to them? Feed it with enough context. Like, you can even go as far as telling it your services, telling it things that you do, telling it your values. And there's also, I think I'm expanding on this, yeah? So there's something I also do. To make ChatGPT get my tone of writing, I also upload original works which I have written. And then, the more you make use of it, if once you stay on a prompt, on a particular chat with ChatGPT, like after it gives you an answer for a particular prompt, you're not okay with it. You can be like, oh, this is too professional. Give me something casual. It gives you something casual. So you see, you teach AI to work with you, to, adapt to your style or to your personality. So this is how I think creators, not just like creators, can make use of AI tools effectively.
Thank you so much. Sorry, just before you go ahead. So as she was speaking, my lawyer and data protection, this thing was just rattling. And that's because, especially when you mentioned I upload my original work. I was like, yay. Because, there are data protection concerns, and all of that. But I hear the message, and I think it makes a lot of sense. I'll just add that, if it's already public, then that's fine, right? So I think there has to be a lot of discretion, and I'm sure you would agree with me as well.
Yeah, sure.
When uploading original information. So, for example, don't go and upload the company's financials.
No, sorry. Let me get to there.
Yes,
When
yes.
I say original works, yeah, I mean works I've written for myself. Say content, blogs, captions. I just upload it and then make it give me that tone of writing.
Makes sense.
So
That
that's
makes
what
a
I
lot of
mean.
sense. Thank you. Okay, please go ahead, Olubu.
I think she has said it all. I just want to add a little to what she said. So, I'm still going to talk on ChatGPT. So, there's instead of doing like every single time you want to make use of ChatGPT, you have to type in something fresh and all of that. There's a place to go in ChatGPT that I think in the settings you can customize the prompts. Yeah, you can customize it. You can tell ChatGPT who you are, what you do, the type of things, the type of tasks that you carry out, every single thing, upload it on it. Then when you want to, freshly or newly ask ChatGPT questions, you can just say, imagine yourself as an expert so and so. So it depends on your niche. Like you tell ChatGPT to imagine itself as the person in that niche that you're in. And you want to perform this particular task, what would you recommend and all of that? And it will give you exactly what you want. Exactly what you want. So AI is, I believe AI is here to enhance, is here to complement us instead of take away our jobs. So I believe that a synergy, like a collaboration, is what is imminent.
Okay, I think David wanted to say something.
Yes. Okay, what I wanted to say is AI is like a baby. So, for example, there was something that happened to me some times ago. This is what I do with my AI. With ChatGPT, I tell ChatGPT, this is the context. This is the business. Ask me relevant questions that would help you understand what I need. So that way, it asks me any questions, and I would sit down, answer the questions. So based off my answers, it will give me something pertaining to myself. So there was one thing that happened that I asked it to ask me 3 questions. So he asked me the 3 questions. I gave it 2 answers just to test it out. I gave it 2 answers and it generated stuff. And I'm very petty. I can be petty. So I told him that, are you deaf? It's interesting. Are you deaf? I asked you to ask me 3 questions. You have 2 answers. And AI apologized. I was like, oh. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. Then it asked me the question again. So I answered. Now, there are some AIs that come around that you can use all these single people. Don't try it. But you can use it as your boyfriend. It's as funny as that. So it is for you to really understand. I came across a post one time of AI toasting a girl, and the girl was like, do you really mean you love me? And I don't want to go into that.
All right. Yeah, Obiano, just go ahead.
Okay, so I wanted to add something when we're talking about ChatGPT. Another thing is that if you notice, there's been a lot of things going around now that people actually know the tone of AI now. So that's also where that human touch comes in. I could see an article, and I can tell it was written by an AI. Why? Because it has been noticed that there are a couple of words that is constant with AI. So what we do to make a change, or if you're using chat, any form of AI anyway, if you're using any of that, what you can also do to make your work look different, has a human touch, is look out for those words and make sure to change them. So that's why I keep saying that AI is never going to take the place of human. All you need to do is learn how to use those tools and then incorporate your human emotion. That's where emotional intelligence comes in. So you can incorporate your human emotion to it, and then it's going to stand out. So as far as we are working with humans, machines are not going to take, or tools are not going to take the place of a human. There will always be a human touch to whatever we're doing. So, but we should concentrate more on how to learning how to use those tools. That's the major thing. You can actually niche down with that. You can niche, people are talking about niches. That's how you create a niche for yourself. You can decide to niche down on, creating content with AI and then making it have its own human feelings. Or you can even start, when we're talking about upskilling, you can start trying to learn how to, use ChatGPT very well. People, they've already given options on how to do that. You can, take some time, go to YouTube and learn about how to use that thing properly. It might be like something that makes you different from other people. It can even be something that you raise during your interviews, and they'll be like, okay, yes, this person is actually a proactive person, and this person is actually how do I put it? Because another thing I learned was that during interviews, these people love being proactive. I've noticed that they usually ask that question either directly or indirectly. So I usually tell them that Google, YouTube is my friend. Anything I don't know how to use, I always run. And once you answer that question, there is a shift with the conversation that you guys are always having during interviews. So I wanted to chip that in.
Thank you so much. And I just also wanted to add to the conversation from an outsider's perspective. Now, all of you are professionals in the VA space. I'm an outsider. I also wanted to say that, and your last point is extremely key. Everybody likes someone who is proactive, right? So I think it's absolutely. I think we sort of have a culture of thinking that you have to know everything all at once, and it's absolutely impossible. In law, we say that the best lawyer is not the one who knows all the law, but who knows where to find it. And I think it applies everywhere as well. I don't think that because you have 20 years experience in the VA space, that you are perfect in, at what you do, or you can find all of the information. But I expect that you know a little more than, a little. Right, exactly. So I wanted to say that. And then secondly, on the point of, the keywords, I think one, for me, as a trust and safety professional, one of the key fears that I have with AI generally is that it tends to make people very lazy. It could potentially make you lazy, right? So there's that sociological effect as well. And there's a very, very terrible example in the legal scene. In the US, one lawyer, I don't know if you guys have heard about it, the lawyer that went to court, he prepared the entire case using ChatGPT and just downloaded it like that and filed it in court. And all of the references that the AI gave it were wrong. Everything. Right? So the guy is about to be debarred. The last time I heard, he's losing his entire license. If you know how difficult it is to become a lawyer, that's a terrible thing. So I think that's one of the social psychological effects to it. And I just wanted to say that in addition to what Obianiji has said, one other thing you want to do is to read through, right, and then try to make revisions to it so that it sounds genuine. So it's like if you are in a more senior role, you know that when an entry-level person gives you something, you don't just pass that on to management. You have to review it. Sometimes you change an entire paragraph. So I just wanted to add that as an addition.
Yes, and while you're saying that too, I think I've heard that if you upload something that was done by ChatGPT or an AI and ask it please tell me if this article was actually written by an AI. It will tell you that. So that's the funny thing. It will tell you it was written by an AI. So, but I think when you change some certain things in those articles, it makes a whole lot of difference. And that's where humans come in. And that's why CEOs can't swap the place of AI and human. They always need humans. So we don't have to worry about those things.
Thank you so much. So I want to switch things up a little bit. And just play the devil's advocate. So all of you now, you're on the spot, right? We want to have a mini debate, for and against. And the motion is AI is going to take our jobs, right? And I'll give you context so that it's a little bit easy. So the context is this. in the manufacturing space at some point, the people who, what's that thing called? People who fix, what you call it? Yeah, people who do the final packing and all of that. And I've forgotten what they call them. What do you call it? Sealing, exactly. People who do all those things, they were all human beings at some point. Now, if you watch how Amazon, how these guys, how they do their things, it's now machine that does them. So at a point where we are now able to infuse voice, text, voice to text, voice to speech to text, visual, everything. We've now gotten to that point. Why do I need you to come and be my assistant? So, to make it fair, I think the people that are close to me should oppose the motion. And the people at that end should support the motion. Okay, so you have the mic, so you start. You have 1 minute.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Panel of justice. Accurate timekeeper, he didn't day. So, for me, AI will take your jobs. Yes. I was privileged to see a scenario of a recruitment recently. And the last test was for this lady to come up with a write-up. Madam did ChatGPT. Now, the sweet thing about ChatGPT is that when it generates content, there is also another AI called undetectable.ai. Undetectable.ai don't go and write it down. Once you pass it through it, you just tell undetectable.ai to humanize it. So it will do that. So, but this lady, I don't think she did. So she might have edited or whatever and all. They sent it to my table and I saw AI. And I cannot displease my boss to please a recruit. So I told her that this is ChatGPT generated. They sent it to the guy that was supposed to employ. In fact, she has passed all the interview stage. It was just that write-up. And the guy saw it by himself. He said, this is ChatGPT generated. How am I certain that she would not get every document from ChatGPT? And that closed that recruitment process. So yes, it will take your job.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay. Yes. No. Give it to your friend.
I have said.
Okay, that's true. So give it to Chidera. Let Chidera. Then you will face Obiari during the last round. Okay. So wait. Let me reset the timer. Your time starts when you start speaking.
Okay. I'm going to give a scenario again. I think this debunks everything. You're a CEO and you're a very busy CEO. You want to schedule a flight outside Nigeria. You have a presentation you need to make, like on your board meeting. At the same time, you want to post content for yourself, for your brand or your business online. You also want to, what are those heavy things they do? You also want to manage your team. I mean, AI can't do all those things. For instance, you have a team, yeah, and we have team comes with a lot of people from different perspectives and opinions and all. So I can't manage them. When one person is bringing up a perspective or one person is feeling, say, frustrated or one person is having one challenge or the other in the job, of course, AI won't do that for you. You cannot, I don't see AI doing that. At the same time, you want to write your post, schedule your post. That was unfair. That was unfair. Okay, I trust my partner to do best, yeah? But can I continue?
Yeah. Oh, yes, you can.
Thank you. So, you see, all these things I've mentioned, AI can't do it for you. AI can't. You always need humans. You always, even as a CEO, not every decisions you take, you can't, how do I put this? You can't dwell on your decisions. You also need your VA, your EA, to help you with some decisions, bring in their own perspectives. AI can't do that for you. It will be so automated. Yeah.
Thank you. Okay. No, objection overruled. All right, please. Okay, so you know what? I'll give you guys 1 minute, 30 seconds.
Okay, so it's so funny. I'm going to now speak against what I said earlier. So yeah, AI is going to take your job because now I told you it wasn't going to take your job. You want to go and relax. No. So it's going to take your job. Don't relax. Buckle up, right? So recently, I think I saw where an automation was serving people in restaurants. Yeah. That's how many people's job he has taken. So imagine one particular machine takes like 20 people's job from a hotel. They've been sacked. So AI is going to take your job. If I told you earlier, so if I told you earlier, no.
All right, thank you. Okay, we'll look at me. Okay. No. Then we'll do the bottle. Don't worry. Let her have her own.
So AI is not going to take your job, right? Because you are creative, you are adaptable, you are flexible, you are emotional, you're beautiful, you're creative to the core. So all of these things AI is limited in. There are some of these things that you have that AI is limited in. So I still feel you call the shots. So AI is not going to take your job. So long as you build your skill and you are good, extremely good. Bear in mind that I said extremely good at what you do. AI can never take your job. So calm down.
All right. No, he has a rebuttal. You still have your rebuttal, right?
Okay, with this viewpoint of mine, I hope. So, I came across an AI that would clean up your inbox, your emails. There's an AI that would preach as a pastor. Yeah? Yes. Yes, it was launched in Germany, and on the test, people gave their life to Christ. Very, very strange. It's on Google, you can search it out. Yeah. Regarding which is that
start using it immediately. I need to know the things it can do, know the things it cannot do, know the limits. Yeah, know the limits also. That's another thing I think that makes people stand out when you're working with some of the people I work with. So you need to be ahead of others, generally as a virtual assistant. Like, you need to be way ahead, even before your boss knows about this thing. You might be having a discussion, they are trying to make decisions, and you'll be like, oh, I came across this certain thing, and this is what it does. It could help us save time when we are talking about this particular project. And nobody, like, if you're a CEO, wouldn't you like to, still keep that person? Because one, they are proactive. So I learn a lot. I don't stop learning about anything, not just things that has to do with virtual assistant. Generally in life, I learn about so many things. And now I work with so many organizations, and I work with people in different sectors. I work in a mental health organization as awareness experience liaison. I work with a CEO that is into crypto. What's that? This thing for crypto again. Blockchain. Yeah, blockchain technology. I work with one with cybersecurity. He's a cybersecurity expert. I am currently working on a research project that has to do with travel agency. So you see, you can also be like Olayimika. Sorry, I'm sorry. So yeah, like she was saying, you need to niche down, but you also have to be versatile. It helps you a lot.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So yes, in just 30 seconds, everybody.
30 seconds. I just wanted to cite this example. And this set of these fraudsters, they might be angry if they watch this. So there is a technology that allows me to be seen as Olayimika, a video technology as such.
It's called deepfake.
Exactly. For data purpose. For data protection purpose. So all of these things, if you are well equipped with their knowledge, you can easily protect your client, your principals. You can easily protect yourself. I can detect fraud from wherever it comes. Because every day I am getting, and the beautiful space around where you get this thing is on social media, depending on who you follow, of course. So that's what I want to say.
Thank you so much, David. Thank you.
I think we've said it all. So I just feel be adaptable, be open to learning, be very flexible. Don't say I know it all. That's one advice I always give. I will never stop learning. Even a 2-year-old can say something that will spark up something in my spirit that will make me, give me an idea of something that I've been even thinking about for a very long time. So just be very free and open to learning. Don't close up your mind. Learn how to use the AI
Clothes. There is this AI tool, ClickUp, that helps with project management and all. So I start using it immediately. I need to know know the things it can do, know the things it cannot do, know the limits. Yeah, know the limits also. That's another thing I think that makes people stand out when you're working with some of the people I work with. So you need to be ahead of others, generally as a virtual assistant. Like you need to be way ahead, even before your boss knows about this thing. You might be having a discussion, they are trying to make decisions, and you'll be like, oh, I came across this certain thing, and this is what it does. It could help us save time when we are talking about this particular project. And nobody, like, if you're a CEO, wouldn't you like to, still keep that person? Because one, they are proactive. So I learn a lot. I don't stop learning. I don't stop learning about anything, not just things that has to do with virtual assistant. Generally in life, I learn about so many things. And now I work with so many organizations, and I work with people in different sectors. I work in a mental health organization as a awareness experience liaison. I work with a CEO that is into crypto. What's that? This thing for crypto again. Blockchain. Yeah, blockchain technology. I work with one with cybersecurity. He's a cybersecurity expert. I am currently working on a research project that has to do with travel agency. So you see, you can also be like Olayimika. Sorry, I'm sorry. So yeah, like she was saying, you need to niche down, but you also have to be versatile. It helps you a lot.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So yes, in just 30 seconds, everybody.
30 seconds. I just wanted to cite this example. And this set of these fraudsters, they might be angry if they watch this. So there is a technology that allows me to be seen as Olayimika, a video technology as such.
It's called deepfake.
Exactly. For data purpose, for data protection purpose. So all of these things, if you are well equipped with their knowledge, you can easily protect your client, your principals. You can easily protect yourself. I can detect fraud from wherever it comes, because every day I am getting, and the beautiful space around where you get this thing is on social media, depending on who you follow, of course. So that's what I want to say.
Thank you so much, David. Thank you.
I think we've said it all. So I just feel be adaptable, be open to learning, be very flexible. Don't say I know it all. That's one advice I always give. I will never stop learning. Even a 2-year-old can say something that will spark up something in my spirit that will make me, give me an idea of something that I've been even thinking about for a very long time. So just be very free and open to learning. Don't close up your mind. Learn how to use the AI
clothes. There is this AI tool, ClickUp, that helps with project management and all. So